Hello everybody, this is Belinda from Belinda's Book Nook, and I am here to talk to you about my possible book options for November. In November for the past, several years, I've been trying to find nonfiction books to kind of participate in the Nonfiction November reading, and I do read nonfiction throughout the year anyway, so it's not really like it's something new, but it's just kind of fun to promote more books that are nonfiction, right? So because I do enjoy both genres. I am not one of those people that's one or the other. I definitely go all over the board. So what I wanted to do is show you some books that I am considering, because we know that I won't be able to read all these books, but they may be something that you might want to add to your list and read them. Many of them you've heard me talk about before, possibly, and some of them are new ones. So I'm going to do this in two parts. So this is part one, and I will do another video with some more books. And then, I don't know, I guess maybe on a Friday Reads or something, I will tell you what the ones I've chosen for November when we get there. Okay, so the first book that I'm going to talk to you guys about, I do remember mentioning this one. It was a long time ago, so for those of you that have been with me a long time and watched all my videos, you have seen it because I got this book when I went to a library book sale, and I was super excited because I had seen this particular author talk and I wanted the book, and I had forgot about the book, and when I saw it I was like, oh my god, I'm getting it for this deal. So that book is Infidel by Ayaan Hirsi Ali, and that is the cover, which is absolutely gorgeous. This one, I'll read it. I'll read some of it. Let's see. It says, Infidel shows the coming of age of this distinguished political superstar and champion of free speech, as well as the development of her beliefs, iron will, and extraordinary determination to fight injustice. Raised in a strict Muslim family, Hirsi Ali survived civil war, female mutilation, brutal beatings, adolescence as a devout believer during the rise of the Muslim Brotherhood, and life in four troubled, unstable countries ruled largely by despots. I said that wrong, didn't I? And you know, I'm saying everything wrong, so don't mind me. She escaped from a forced marriage and sought asylum in the Netherlands, where she earned a college degree in political science and tried to help her tragically depressed sister adjust to the West, and fought for the rights of Muslim women and the reform of Islam as a member of parliament. Under constant threat, demonized by reactionary Islamists and politicians, disowned by her father, and expelled from family and clan, she refuses to be silenced. And it goes on and says some more. But this one had gotten a lot of buzz when it first came out. And so I do want to read this one. This will be very interesting, take and I love books that will give me a peek again into another culture, and also this will also talk a little bit more too about religion as well too. So there's that, and I've had this one for now a year because I got it not this summer but last summer. So yeah, I've had it a while. So it's one of those ones that you're just sitting around. This one I just recently got because I knew that I had one of her fiction books, and this is a book by this particular author. Her name is Benilde Little, and or Benilde, I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it. It's Welcome to My Breakdown, a memoir. And she wrote the book Good Hair, but I have her fiction book called Acting Out, which I have not read. So that would throw in, if I did read this, it would be kind of fun to read this. I don't know why. I know they're going to be two different books, but it would be kind of nice. And this would be a good break between anything that's heavy that I read for Nonfiction November. But this is her memoir, talking very openly and frankly about her breakdown, basically. And I think when people think people always have it together and they have it all, they don't really realize all the layers and things that are there. So this is a possible option as well. I snagged this one used. I don't mind. I don't have a problem with that. This next one I got used, and I think what it was one Nonfiction November, or maybe not. I had started reading this book and then I didn't just read a little and I didn't get to finish it. And then I saw it was used and I could get it for a really good price, and I thought, I kind of want to own it. So this one is called The Lost Art of Reading Nature Signs. Use outdoor clues to find your way, predict the weather, locate water, track animals, and other forgotten skills, by Tristan Gooley, author of National Navigator. I think about like all the shows I like to watch, and from time to time I'll just binge watch, some of these survival shows, or where they'll show, there was one, I don't remember the name of it, but the guy takes celebrities, or they're usually a celebrity, and they have to basically get from point A to point B, but there's all these life-threatening things that can happen, and he teaches you how to basically survive that. I kind of love that, I don't know why. But I think that this will be really interesting when it talks about just things that, I think that we've lost touch with nature. And I'm always trying to inspire my children to get outside, even though I am like losing battle with all of the technology now. But I feel like this would be a great book to kind of, get me back into these things. And maybe I can share some of the stuff that I learned with my family. And it's got lots of diagrams and different things in here. The chapters break down talking about different aspects. So I think it will be fun, a fun read, and an enjoyable and interesting read. So that's that one, and that one is called The Lost Art of Reading Nature Signs by Tristan Gooley. Okay, there's that one. Yeah, this last book that I'm going to tell you guys about, I heard, I think I wrote it in my book journal, which I don't have with me today. I like to now start writing in there, like where I heard, a book about a book, or was inspired, why I chose to read it, or to pick up or look into a book. And this one, I think I heard the author speaking on a podcast, and I was like, I gotta get that book. I gotta get that book. This one, I just think it's going to be an important book for everybody to read, but I'm, not saying you have to, but I think it will be, and I'm hoping that it's going to live up to what I think. It is called Disability Visibility, First-Person Stories from the 21st Century, and it's edited by Alice Wong, okay? And it says, and I'm going to read the back of it to you. 1 in 5 people in the United States live with a disability. Some are visible, others less apparent, but all are underrepresented in media and popular culture. Now, just in time for the 13th anniversary of the Americans with Disabilities Act, activist Alice Wong brings together this urgent, galvanizing collection of contemporary essays by disabled people. From Harriet McBride Johnson's account of her debate with Peter Singer over her own personhood, to original pieces by authors such as Kay Brown and Haben Girma, from blog posts, manifestos, and eulogies to congregational testimonies and beyond. This anthology gives a glimpse into the rich and complexity of the disabled experience, highlighting the passions, talents, and everyday lives of this community. It invites readers to question their own understandings, to celebrate and document disabilities, culture, and the now. It looks to the future and the past with hope and love. It just sounds so good. When I heard this lady talk, I just thought about, I had a friend when I was in college that when we went, I don't know if it was spring break, it was one of our breaks, we went off, everybody went home, and she was out, I think she was with friends, and I think they had gone to a club or something, and they were heading home, and I believe she crossed between some cars, and somebody hit the cars and crushed her legs in between the cars, or at least one of her legs, and she lost one of her legs. And I remember when she came back to school, it was so foreign for us all to figure out how to maneuver around her. She was still her, but there was now this new reality. And it opened our eyes a lot to the experience of living with a disability. And we started to, she started to share things about her navigating the campus and all of the things that were not really accessible that should be. And from that point forward, I always started to think about those things when I go to events. Like, how many people could get in here? How much space are here for people that aren't able to, move freely. And so I think that every time you get in contact with a person, a story, it broadens your experience, your exposure, it broadens your expectations of where we should be as a society, to invite everybody to be in the present here and now and to have access to things. And so I am looking forward to this one. This is a definite. I know of all of the books so far, this is a definite that I want to read, because I was just so inspired by listening to this particular woman speak. And I'm just hopeful the book is going to be written in such a manner that will also continue to inspire that. I don't know if it has... Yep, she does have a list of further reading at the end, which I love. I love that. And it does talk about who the contributors are. So that's good. It's just important for us to remember these things and to broaden our perspective. So that is the other one. So these are the 5 that I'm thinking of looking at for nonfiction. I'm going to spill that tea in a minute. Okay. So I'm not going to put the editing out because that's not necessarily. So these are the ones. They're really 4 of them. 5. That one's a fiction. So these are the options I have. We'll see what happens. I definitely, I'm leaning a lot towards these 2. I don't know why, but I'm curious about these 2. So we'll see what ends up making the cut. I'm hoping that everything goes okay with the election so that I will still want to read. So I'm not going to go there. But just make sure you guys vote. That's all I'm going to say. So those are some options. I'm going to come back to you with another video that will talk about some more books that I have. And these are all off of my shelf. There's nothing that I am going to show you all that are not on my shelf. Yeah. So that's where I am with this, and I hope you guys let me know what you're thinking for next month, whether you're going to read some nonfiction for Nonfiction November, or if you're just going to read whatever you're going to read. Just let me know. I always love to add to my list or to see if there's anything similar, and let me know if you've read any of these and if you liked them or not. I definitely am excited to dive into some of them next month. So I will talk to you guys later. Wash your hands, wear your mask, social distance, and I'll see you later.